That first time riding an EUC.
Let's go!
Learning to ride an EUC. Look at this plastic machine right here. Somebody told me this is the future of transportation. It is a single wheel with two metal plates sticking out the sides like toaster ovens. No handlebars, no seat, no steering wheel. Just a giant chunk of battery in your prayers. I looked at it and said, you want me to put my life on a motorized circus prop? That is what we are doing today. We are risking it all. First off, nobody tells you about the mounting process. They make it look so smooth online. A guy just steps up and glides away like a majestic bald eagle. That is a lie. When you put your first foot on that pedal, your whole leg starts shaking like a wet chihuahua in a snowstorm. Your calf muscle starts vibrating at a frequency that can unlock car doors. You are standing there holding onto a brick wall for dear life, crying inside. The wall is your friend. The wall is your spouse. You do not want to let go of that wall. Then there is the issue of the death grip on your shins. People do not talk about the bruising. The hard plastic shell digs into your inner legs until you look like you got kicked by a mule. You are squeezing that motorized bowling ball so hard with your ankles that your feet go completely numb. 10 minutes in and you cannot feel your toes. You are standing on metal spikes with dead feet trying to balance a device that wants to eject you into a dumpster. Let us discuss the lawn dilemma. Everybody says go practice on the grass because it is a soft landing. That is the worst advice in human history. Grass is not a golf course. Grass is full of hidden holes and dip places and mud. You hit one tiny patch of soft dirt and that tire digs in while your body keeps flying forward like a human missile. You end up doing a full front flip into a bush while the neighbors watch you from the kitchen window. Now you are picking twigs out of your hair and the wheel is spinning upside down, making a horrible screaming sound. So you move to a parking lot. You decide you need speed because people say the device balances better when you move fast. That sounds like a trap. Lean forward to go faster, they say. My brain is shouting, do not lean forward. That goes against every survival instinct given to mankind since the dawn of time. Your mind wants you to lean backward. But if you lean backward, the machine shoots out from under you like a wet bar of soap and you drop straight down onto your tailbone. You just sit there staring at the sky, wondering where your life went wrong. When you finally get moving, you realize you do not know how to turn. Turning requires you to tilt your body into the abyss. If you start tilting left, you panic. You start flailing your arms around like a windmill trying to catch the wind. You look like a broken robot trying to do the chicken dance at a wedding. You are screaming at pedestrians to get out of the way because you cannot stop. Stopping is an advanced feature that nobody explained to you. You just have to ride until you find a soft hedge or a parked delivery truck to crash into. Your lower back starts burning after 5 minutes. You are using tiny stabilizing muscles that you did not even know existed. You are flexing muscles in your feet trying to steer a 100-pound wheel. It feels like you are doing a continuous squat on a tightrope while someone throws rocks at your shins. But then something happens. Your brain finally connects the wires. You stop looking at your feet. You look out at the horizon. You relax your knees. You stop squeezing the plastic like it owes you money. You take a deep breath and you are actually moving across the pavement. You are floating. You feel like a superhero. You think you are the coolest person in the neighborhood. Then you hit a single pebble and the whole cycle of terror starts all over again. Let me tell you about the absolute psychological warfare of trying to map out your route. You cannot just look at a map like a normal human being. A normal person looks at a street and sees a road. A single wheel rider looks at a street and sees an obstacle course designed by an angry video game creator. You are scanning the ground for the ultimate enemy of progress, the metal sewer grate. That is a trap door to the center of the earth. If your tire drops into one of those metal slots, your body is going to keep traveling forward at 20 miles per hour while your shoes stay exactly where they started. You will be flying through the air looking like a flying squirrel with a helmet on. Then you have the driveway problem. Every single house has a different angle where the concrete meets the street. Some are smooth like butter. Others look like a skateboard ramp from an extreme sports tournament. You approach the lip of the driveway and your brain starts calculating the physics of impact. If you go too slow, the tire hits the bump and stops dead in its tracks. Your upper body keeps moving and you end up face planting directly into someone's decorative lawn gnome. If you go too fast, you launch into the air like a stuntman. Now you are airborne on a machine with absolutely no wings. You are just suspended in space, praying that gravity takes a vacation for the next 3 seconds. Let us discuss the horror of the local wildlife. Dogs do not understand technology. When a golden retriever sees a man floating down the street on a giant black donut, it does not see a commuter. It sees a giant mechanical squirrel that needs to be destroyed immediately. The dog starts barking and sprinting along the fence line. Now you are panicking. You cannot look at the dog because if you look at the dog, the wheel steers toward the dog. You have to keep your eyes locked straight ahead while this animal is chasing you like you stole its favorite bone. Your heart rate is at 200 beats per minute and you are trying to look casual like you are just enjoying a morning breeze. And the charging situation is a whole separate comedy show. You bring this giant heavy chunk of metal inside a coffee shop because you need a little extra power to get home. You are looking for an outlet like a person searching for water in the desert. You find one behind a booth. You have to crawl under a table where strangers are eating eggs just to plug in a massive power brick that looks like a car battery. The brick starts making a loud fan noise like a helicopter taking off inside the restaurant. Everyone is staring at you like you are building a secret device in the corner. You just want to drink your espresso, but you look like a mad scientist recharging a robot. We must talk about the wind. Nobody thinks about the wind until you are balanced on a single contact point. A strong gust of wind hits you from the side and suddenly you are leaning at a 30-degree angle just to stay in a straight line. You look like you are doing a smooth pop music dance move from the 80s, but you are actually fighting for your life. If the wind stops suddenly, you are going to fall sideways onto the concrete like a chopped down tree. The storage issue is another problem. You get to the grocery store and you cannot leave a $2,000 machine outside on the bike rack. It does not have a lock hole. So you have to wheel it inside the store like a very disobedient dog on a leash. You are walking down the cereal aisle dragging a 100-pound bowling ball that keeps bumping into the boxes of oatmeal. Old ladies are looking at you like you brought a lawnmower into the dairy section. But the real test is the first time you try to ride over a simple patch of wet leaves. Leaves look innocent. They look like nature. They are actually nature's banana peels. You hit that wet yellow pile and the tire loses all grip. The machine spins one way and your hips spin the other way. You end up doing the splits on the pavement. You have to sit there on the cold ground checking to see if your pants ripped while pretending that you meant to stop exactly there to appreciate the scenery. Thanks for watching.